Alrighty, good morning, good morning. This is a YouTube video and I'm running a little bit behind schedule. So I want to zoom in this vehicle to my next destination whilst talking to you guys about how I structure my week to prioritize a goal. At the moment, like I've discussed before, my goal right now is to get shredded. And now that I actually talk about this, I realize that I haven't put strict criteria for what defines shredded. And that's probably what I'll do next. And that's because that's my mistake. And like I've talked about goal setting before, it's very important to have strict criteria for success, but also for failure, right? Because you need that quality feedback on when things aren't working out so well for you in terms of you trying to reach your goal. And that's something I haven't really done. So I need to be specific about this. But this is something I will fix. I will fix it today. And because it might take a bit of research, because I'm looking at body fat percentage more so than weight, because my weight is arbitrary. As long, well, it's not arbitrary, you know. I don't want to be, you know, very thin. Not that I don't want to be very thin. I don't want to be unhealthy in my weight. Anyway, I digress. We're talking about goals, and we're talking about structuring your week to succeed in that goal. And I think what I've done for a long time, which has been a mistake, is having too many goals in focus. And I see this in companies as well. I see that there is a lack of goal alignment towards a singular goal. And this kind of works, this plays out in a company on like several levels, right? The company has a goal, but there's all of these components to reach this goal, because that's the reason why the company exists. Mostly is to solve a complex problem that a single individual cannot solve. That's why the company's there. So you have this company goal, and then you have these unitized kind of team goals, or even individual goals, right? If you have a team, if you have a company of 10 people, you might be working almost orthogonal to the other team members to reach your own individual goals. And I've heard that that's sort of optimal, because then you have linear growth in your organization. That is to say, each person who comes into the team, right, can work orthogonal to other members of the team, therefore not slowing down productivity, because each member of the team is as productive as they can be in their particular direction. Anyway, with my goal of being shredded, what's important is deciding what to say no to in the week, right? And deciding when to make the decision to prioritize the goal, and being very clear about your framework for making those that priority. And let's talk a little bit about I guess the week structure, and then I'll talk a little bit about deciding when to prioritize the goal and being clear about, you know, what your priorities really are. Because you might be surprised that you'll come to an opportunity to, let's say, for example, spend time with friends or pursue your goal. And that's a very interesting one, right? Because it's important to see friends, and you love your friends, and, you know, you might not know when you're going to see your friends again. As dark as that is, you know, you might not, tomorrow isn't always promised. You have today, you have right now, so you have to grasp the time right now. So you might prioritize seeing your friends, which means that your priority isn't your goal. Your priority is seeing your friends, and that's okay. But I think just being really deliberate that is your priority at times is very important. It helps you to compare your goal to other aspects in your life. Let's talk about how I've strategically built my week to prioritize my goal. So one thing that I've figured out that has been a failing of me in the past when trying to get shredded is not having a rest day. And I've talked a little bit about this in a previous video, but not only thinking of the rest day as a opportunity for my body to heal, but also an opportunity for me to relax the muscle of discipline. And this isn't something I want to do. I prefer to be disciplined every day, but because the goal is something I want to do in a shorter period of time, this isn't what I want to. I mean, I want to be shredded all year round, obviously, but to actually achieve the shred, is harder than maintaining the shred, I would argue. Because I've maintained being a little chubby bubby, but I haven't ever maintained being a shredded athlete. So I'm being approached by a police. Oh, the police. There he goes. There he goes again. Insert harmony. Yeah. What are we talking about? We're talking about goals. We're talking about weeks. I wanted to relax the muscle that invokes the discipline to follow the diet, right? So this is relaxing the body, relaxing the mind. I put that on a day that I will be most likely needing that rest. So would I put it on a weekend? No, because my weekend, I'm mostly just going by the flow of my priorities. I'm not following the priorities of someone else. I'm not having this imposed priority hierarchy on me like I do during the week. So, Wednesday. Yesterday was Wednesday. So what did my Wednesday look like? I woke up and I just relax. Usually I'll go to the gym, but there's no going to the gym. So, I mean, I'm relaxing. I'm spending time with, my significant other. And we're just, talking. We're trying to get through some life admin. We're kind of like seeing where things are at, just like feeling it out. And then I go into the work day. Obviously that's status quo mostly. And then I get home and I saw my parents because I had that extra time in the afternoon. But what does the rest of the week look like? So my current routine is my weightlifting is in the morning, weightlifting in the morning just before work. And in the afternoon, directly after work, I will go into a jog. There hasn't been a point where I haven't been able to jog, so I've been successfully jogging. There's been times where I've been a little bit tired, don't really feel like running, and I will at least walk because I'll get something in, and sometimes I don't feel like running, but at the moment it's been great. I've been running successfully. So that's what I do. That's my routine, right? Now there's instances where friends. Okay, so here's an example of where I might choose not to do exercise in the afternoon. The key here is I will never not do one piece of exercise during the day. I would never not do it because my goal is to get shredded. That's the important thing here, is that I have this optimal day, but then I have like a minimal viable product day. That's the minimum requirements for reaching my goal in a reasonable amount of time. And it's important that I do both, but it's not a tragedy if I do only one. And that's kind of like the framework that we're looking at. So an example where I might choose to deviate from the 2 exercise per day plan, never less than 1, but 2, would be, for example, if I got a call from a friend, he's flying into town, he's only staying here for one night, can we do dinner? The answer is absolutely. And I do it with a smile, and I think the important thing is to not get like mopey that you can't follow your goal. You commit to the goal. You commit to for my example, 1 gym workout per day. You go and do that, but then when you meet that friend, you made the decision. Commit to the decision. What does that guy say? He says, if you ask for it, you got to eat it. You asked to take the day off. You've asked yourself, you've asked the planning part of you, David, the manager. He says that yes, you can take the night off and just leave it. That is that. You followed your plan. It's a part of the plan. That's fine. Where I might say otherwise is when I have friends that live in my city that I've seen within the past month, and they say, hey, we're going out and we're going to go for some beers. Living in Australia, people love beers. They love beers. I would say, no, I won't have those beers, but I'll catch you another time, potentially. I mean, you don't have to give them a whole bunch of context. Just say, look, I'd love to come. but I can't make it today. I'll see you next time. I love you, you know? Reinforcing that you want to hang out with them, but, you know, you implicitly tell them that right now you're not the priority by telling them no. That's just like what they will take away from it. You don't have to make it particularly sentimental. Oh my gosh, my dear friend, I'm so sorry. Groveling on your knees and washing their feet. So, no, you don't have to worry too much about that. That's what we're talking about. That's pretty much my day, and that goes from Monday obviously up until Tuesday night, and then Wednesday is the day off, and then we start again on Thursday, and then Saturday and Sunday it's groovy, and then we're back again on Monday. And I've been doing this for about I've been doing at least one workout a day for the 6-day period for about how long have we been going for? Maybe 5 weeks. I have this written down. I'm just momentarily forgetting, but about 5 weeks. So we're in the end of the 5th week. We're going into the 6th week. My plan was for 8 weeks, but we're gonna have to keep on going because we're not shredded yet. So we're gonna go and push to 16 weeks. And I've faltered sometimes. There's been a few times where, you know, I have made some mistakes. This hasn't been perfect, but we're trying to get it done. We're getting it done. We're always exercising once a day. That's the minimum. That's the minimum. All right, what else? This is getting quite unproductive now, so I'm gonna wrap this up pretty soon. But there was one thing I was gonna talk about. I was gonna talk about the schedule. I was gonna talk about the examples of where you might choose otherwise, and I've explained the examples, so I think that's enough. You know, if you watch this video, because I don't think anyone is watching these videos at the moment, drop a comment. Let me know what's up. Give me a like, because I'm gonna keep doing these videos any day anyway, and I don't have like a specific time that a specific amount of videos that I do, but I definitely don't do them on Wednesday because I don't do my usual commute because I'm not exercising. But other than that, we're gonna try and get out 5 videos a week, and that's just how it be. I'll be here. Let me know what's up. Have a great day. This is a YouTube video.